Hello and welcome to another vlog. This one is from the middle of April, but I'm recording it at the end of June, so it's a little late, but it's nice to look back and reflect on what I was doing. Monday was a very chill day. All I have is some clips of the cats being cute, so enjoy those. Tuesday was a busier day because Victoria and I went into the city, downtown Toronto, to go see Noah Kahan in concert. We'd had these tickets for a while, but it was like building up the anticipation to them in amongst like exam season and stuff. I was doing readings on the bus and the train while we were on our way, and she had literally just come from an exam and straight onto the bus from campus, so it was a funny time to go, but we both were really looking forward to it and we both really enjoyed it. I've been listening to Noah Kahan since he had like 3 singles out, before he had any EPs out or anything, and so to see him performing in such big venues now is crazy, because I remember when he was performing in the Anthem musical, which isn't like that many people, and to go from there to Scotiabank Arena, like I also think I saw him in History, and so he's just getting bigger and bigger and like bigger and bigger venues and stuff. It was really cool. We were just in time to see him open on stage, but we missed the opener, that was unfortunate, but oh well, I'm sure they were great. Usually I like watching the openers. It's like you get to see new artists and stuff. I'm not someone who's like scoffs at openers, but we did miss it. But yeah, so to see Noah Kahan grow has been really incredible, but also you never think you're going to be that person to be like, I was there before, it was cool, but like when at first, because he came to Toronto about like 2 weeks before this, and then he released these tickets and I couldn't get tickets. They sold out so quickly that like I couldn't get tickets, and so it was crazy. And I was like, excuse me, I've been following this guy's career since the beginning, and what do you mean I can't get tickets now? It's wild. I feel that way about like Taylor Swift as well. I feel like I've been listening to her before she was really big, and now she's really big, and it's like, excuse me, I'm one of the OGs. But no, I'm glad that people are enjoying his music. I think, I don't know if it like has anything to do with the genre, like he kind of went more folk country. I don't know, like not country, but someone thought Noah Kahan was country. I'm like, well, he's not really country. I would say he's like folk indie, but who knows. I don't really get genres that much, and it's like, if I like music, I like music. It doesn't matter what it sounds like. But you know, genres are well, they're a social construct, but they're also like a real thing. Like you can sense them. So I don't know. Anyways, I won't blab on about genres, but yeah, I always really like his stage like decor, I guess. The lights and stuff are really like phenomenal. I'm always like, ooh, pretty lights whenever I go to a concert, to be honest. I get mesmerized by how they design the stage and stuff. I went to Young the Giant, and they had such a cool stage setup. That was really cool. That was like last summer before, I think last summer. So yeah, and it was nice to go to the concert, and I don't mind being in the nosebleeds. Like we weren't in the nosebleeds, we had pretty decent seats, but you know, I'm of the opinion that you get the cheapest seats possible, and then you still add the concert, and then you can go to more concerts. But yeah, so it was a really cool night. I didn't put the audio on because you probably would have heard me like scream singing in the background as well, but I did record like some of the songs that I really was looking forward to. I wasn't as familiar with, and this is where I'm going to sound such a hypocrite, but I wasn't really familiar with a lot of the deluxe songs on like the third version of the album. I guess I hadn't really got the lyrics down for those yet. I was listening to it. I was listening to like especially the deluxe songs, all leading up to the concert, like in the week leading up to the concert. But I just hadn't caught them yet. I'm still more familiar with some of his older songs, and I would say I even prefer some of his older songs. So when he sang those, I was pretty chuffed. But yeah, nice to see him grow. And I mean, I suppose he did like get nominated for Best New Artist at the Grammys, so he's pretty big now. He's not like my undercover indie artist that no one knows about except me. And even though like I was introduced to Noah from a friend who found him on like a radio on YouTube. So yeah, it's really cool to see like the networks of how people get to know an artist. Like I know Victoria heard Serena had suggested one of Noah Kahan's songs, and I don't know how Serena found out about Noah Kahan, but she really likes Stick Season, and so then when Victoria listened to Stick Season, and she listened to the other albums, and like yeah, it was really cool. And then on the bus home, because Victoria stayed in Toronto overnight with a friend, and then I actually had to go home because I had an exam the next day in the morning. I literally had an 8 a.m. exam. That's so funny. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I saw one of my coworkers on the train bus home, so that was funny. And so it's cool to see like how much you have in common with other people and that they enjoy the same stuff as you, and just yeah, really I took a big look at the venue and was like, wow, he really has grown. That's amazing. And I hope people go back and listen to his older music, because it really is quite special. I think Taylor Swift has like not an advantage with her Taylor's versions, but you know, with them being re-released now that she's like much more famous than she was, a lot more people are listening to the older versions of her songs and seeing her whole versatility as an artist. So I hope people do like deep dives on Noah Kahan, because his not original, like they're all original songs, right? But some of his EVs and his first two albums, especially like his first album, I think obviously he's developed as an artist, and it's perfectly fine to part ways with like an artist who's like going in a direction that you're not inclined to. But not that I'm saying I'm not inclined to it, because I definitely am. But it's just interesting to see how I resonated a lot with his like original music, or his early music, and feeling like less and less like it's like core music for me as he releases more music. But I guess like for some people it might be the other way around, like maybe they didn't resonate with his earlier music, and now like he's changing into like the folk country genres and they like it more that way. I'm not saying I don't like his music, obviously I like his music. I went to his concert for a reason, but yeah, it was just interesting to think about. I'm going to an Orville Peck concert, which is very country, and I kind of just said, like, my friend was like, do you want to go to this? I was like, yeah, sure. But I have no idea who he is, so I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on him, which is very funny. Like I said, on Wednesday I had an 8 a.m. exam. It went really well for an exam that I didn't particularly study for or have enough sleep for, and had been to a concert the night before for, so yeah, that was kind of funny. But yeah, I felt like it went well. So that was Wednesday. On Thursday, it was Clara's birthday. Also, shout out to my biggest fans, Jamie and Charlene. I know you're watching because you always watch, and now you're in the vlog. Woohoo! There you are. Hi. But yeah, it was Clara's birthday. We went to an escape room, and then we had Thai food, and it was very nice. And then afterwards, Paige drove us home because we are going camping the next day. So yeah, it was a busy day, but also fun. And Thai food was obviously delicious, and we aced the escape room with not a lot of time to spare, to be honest. Friday, we went camping at Craigleith Provincial Park. Out of all the provincial parks we've been to, this one was quite small, and you know, some of them have nearby hiking trails and stuff, but this one didn't really. But it was very, very chilly. The whole weekend was quite chilly. But it inspired my mom to buy trailers so that she could be nice and warm. So there's definitely more to come on that topic in future vlogs. Oh yeah, Clara and I went for a little walk while we were waiting for my dad to get there with the stuff so we could unpack and pitch the tents and such. But yeah, it was windy, but we were just walking along the beach. I'm actually wearing, I think, 2 hoodies because that's how cold it was. And it was very windy as well. We were right on the lake. Unfortunately, too cold to swim. Although I think we did pack our swimming stuff. Everyone here, it was me, Christy, Clara, Mom, Dad, and Leo, and then Paige came up the next day because the next day was what are we doing? The next day was my mom's birthday. Also, we found these little fossils in the rock, which was pretty cool. Fossils, I think. Yeah, that's what they call. Oh, and then this is very funny. My parents bought a gazebo from Canadian Tire and accidentally pitched it inside out. But how, like, and in our defense, like, you shouldn't be able to pitch something inside out. And then they couldn't turn it around the right way. And it actually ended up, like, my dad ended up bleeding all over this gazebo, and then he returned it to Canadian Tire because we just couldn't pitch it, and we tried to fold it up as best as we could, and we returned it to Canadian Tire. We're like, this is crazy, like, the instructions are shit, because we did read the instructions, and we're like, the instructions are terrible, like, it's not pitching well, like, it's just. And then the lady apparently looked at the thing and was like, is that blood? My dad's like, yeah, it pinched me. So yeah, blood, sweat, tears went into. I muted the footage, but you just hear me laughing in the background because it's very funny. Saturday was Mom's birthday. We went on a little walk. I wouldn't call it a hike because it was kind of like a paved trail. So we went on a little walk around. It was across the road from the provincial park. Anyways, and I noticed some pretty flowers on the trees and some nice bushes and stuff. Yeah, just chill day. And Sunday, I think, was the last day that we were camping. I think we did end up packing up in the afternoon, but there's Dad, Leo, and Clara sitting in the... Oh, and Mom. Hello. All around the fire in the morning, having coffee and stuff. Yeah. Christy and Paige left the day before. And yeah, even though it was cold and chilly and very windy, it was still nice to reconnect with nature, you know, amidst the busy stressfulness of the semester. So yeah, glad to go camping. And that kind of wraps up this vlog. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!